So, you are a Linux user, or you want to become a Linux user, but you're a VTuber, and you wonder how that works. Well, I was in exactly your position, and look at me. This is how I managed to become a VTuber on Linux. First, open the software manager through the start menu and simply type in Steam. Find just the normal Steam application and install it as a system package. Next, use the software manager and search for Proton up-qt and install it. Open Steam through the start menu to fully install it. Then simply log in. Find Settings in Steam and navigate to the Compatibility tab and enable Steam Play. Next, open Proton up-qt and click on Add Version. You want to find GE-Proton and install the latest version. For me, that is 9.25. Then restart Steam and find the compatibility setting again and select GE Proton 925. Then restart Steam again. Now for VTube Studio. First, when dealing with Windows-based applications, I find the font to often be messed up or look strange. Therefore, I recommend going into the software manager and installing TTF-MS Core fonts. These are the core fonts used by Microsoft Windows. And installing this should make your applications look the way you would expect them in the font area. If this is a tip that has improved your Linux experience, you may thank me by clicking the like button and subscribe to the channel. Next, find VTube Studio in your library or purchase it if you haven't already. And click on the settings icon on the right side of the screen. Click on Properties and find the Compatibility tab. Tick the box and select the version of GE Proton that we installed earlier. This should not be necessary as we set it up with Steam Play previously, but I like to always manage each game manually. It gives me a greater sense of control. Then simply install VTube Studio as normal in Steam. When it's done, click Launch, and the first launch will download and install some additional things. If the process seems to be stuck at 0% or a different number, simply click Cancel and then launch the application again. And now VTube Studio should boot up and work as normal, except for the face tracking. VTube Studio has severe limitations in Linux. The ordinary face tracking used for webcams is VSeeFace and VSeeFace. To install these, you will need to do some technical wizardry by installing several things through the terminal. It's a bit technical, and since I could not get that to work, I will not cover it, as there is an easier way. But I will leave a link to a document I found in the description down below that will walk you through the entire process should you wish to try it. And if you get it to work, please leave a comment and tell us how, because I don't know. Now, if webcam tracking is off the table, then what can we do? Well, VTube Studio has a mobile version for both Android and Apple. There is currently a problem with the software on the Android version. I believe there is a problem with the face tracking libraries that have been used, being abandoned and or deprecated, so face tracking does not work on Android. And I've heard that they might be able to fix that at some point in 2025, but those are just rumors, and I would not have my hopes up for that. So, what is left? Fortunately, face tracking works just fine on both iPhone and iPad. And this becomes currently our only option for Linux. And also, unfortunately, it is rather easy to set up. First, on Linux, open the firewall and turn it off, or at least set incoming traffic to allowed. Next, open network and enable Wi-Fi, then connect to your own Wi-Fi network. I have censored this for privacy reasons. Finally, go into VTube Studio, find the settings, and scroll down to find connection settings, Wi-Fi, and click Start Server. Next, go onto your iPad or iPhone. I have an iPad, so open VTube Studio, go into Settings, and find the option Stream to PC Wi-Fi. Type in the local IP address to your PC, keep the port at the default, and simply click Connect to PC. Now, VTube Studio is already tracking your face, but we can also calibrate it for better accuracy. Double tap the screen to open the menu on the left, tap on the camera icon, and a small window with a cute logo will pop up. The window says tap to calibrate, so please do that. This window will now show your face because it is tracking with the camera. I have censored this again for privacy reasons. But now you can move your head back and forth, up and down, and it will track you. There might be some additional setup that you could do with the microphone setting in VTube Studio to get more accurate mouth tracking, but that is for a separate video. Now you have successfully installed Steam and VTube Studio, and I showed in a previous video how to install OBS. So all you need to do now is set up your model in VTube Studio and customize your OBS to your own needs. I do not plan on making any videos for that specifically, because there are many videos on those topics already. But if you would like more Linux specific videos for that, I can probably make that happen. But next time, I will explain the Elgato Stream Deck. Because yes, contrary to what you might believe, it can be used. But for now, that is it, and you should be able to get started VTubing on Linux Mint. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and watch the next video in the series to learn how to set up the Elgato Stream Deck on Linux. And I wish you well on your tech journey, and I hope that you come back for more tech.